welcome to Mind class. Today we are going through a pretty basic routine, pretty straightforward, lots of things we've done before, including some of the movements from yesterday, like our balance and crane. We will not need much equipment today, we just need a mat. If you have a yoga block, take it out. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm just going to offer it when we get into our low lunge and triangle poses. It's just there as a tool if you would like to, but you definitely don't need it. So we'll go ahead and begin. We're going to start center of our mats, just standing straight and tall, shoulders rolled down and back. Water out is a good idea too, just in case you need it. And we will get started. Timer up, let's see. Oh, we can hear beeps today, isn't it nice? All right, ready? Center of your mat. Play some music if you'd like. I have a little bit playing in the background. I need to be more centered. Probably can't hear anything actually. Let's fan up. And then just fold forward and roll up. Okay, that's where we're going to start today. Fan up, forward fold, dive down, and then roll back to the top. Fan up. So just a big inhale to a hip hinge right now. Hip hinge, remember your hip joints are like a door joint, right? A door hinge, think of it that way. You fold flat and forward. And then you can roll it on up. Inhale, fold, roll it on up. So are you at the point now where you're getting a little bit further maybe in your fold, or are you reaching the floor yet? Not, that's okay. It's always a place to progress to. All right, let's go ahead and open up our stance, open up our arms. Let's rotate, lift a heel, pivot on the ball of your foot or your toe. We're just going to kind of sprinkle across here. You're a human sprinkler now, or a fan, a windmill. So reach through your fingertips, reach through the top of your head, fall through your spine, so nice tall posture here. Shoulders are out of the ears though, so you don't want to be creeping your traps, tops of your shoulders into your ears. Taking your own time. Everything is paced for you today, so don't feel like you have to keep up with the number of reps that I go, or if you prefer just to hold something, hold today. Make this work for you. So like as we go into these side bends next, I particularly am feeling really sore in my obliques from yesterday. Thank you, shift class. If you didn't do it, go do it. Oh, so we're gonna side bend, and if you want to just hold it, and if you want to just flow. I'm really tight through my sides today, so I'm gonna hold and lengthen. You do you. Try to take some nice deep breaths. You know, we don't talk too much about breathing. You want to make sure that you're still breathing. If you have been to yoga classes and you feel like you're in the know about breathing, then please practice that here. Okay, we're going to take a nice spinal roll. So we're going to do this chin tuck, then the shoulder roll, then round the spine. If you make it to the ground, fine. If not, go as far down as you can hang. And then roll back up in reverse. Shoulders, neck, chin, head. Okay, and then do the same thing again. So chin down, round out the neck, round out the shoulders, round out your spine. And then come up in reverse. So we're working one vertebrae at a time, from the top of our spine to the bottom, and then from the bottom to the top in reverse. Nice stretch on your hamstrings as you come on down. Release any tension from your spine. Okay, go ahead and come back on up if you're down, and let's come into a side lunge. So I'm going to go to the right, step in, open my chest, go to the left, step in, chest opener. Toes are forward, butt goes back, push off your heel, and open your chest. I can finally hear the music background just a little bit. You probably can't hear it, so like I said, play your own. If you are looking for some yoga music, you can just find yoga relaxation pretty much anywhere. If you look on, there is one, but if you're watching YouTube, you can't listen to it there, can you, unless you have another device. Or if you have something like iTunes, Spotify, we have our library website, something called Freegal. That's where I got this music a long time ago. If you have a library card, and your library has access to the music, then you just borrow it. All right, toes are forward, a little bit wider than your hips. Arms come up overhead. We're gonna pull down, press up. Squat, pull, press up. Now the challenge here is to try to keep your chest lifted. As you pull down, shoulder blades retract together in the back. So squeeze your blades together. Elbows come down at your sides. If you need to widen your stance a little bit more to allow your butt to drop down, open your hips but keep your chest up. So you might need to open up your stance a little wider if you feel like your chest is dropping down. Does that make sense? I started to feel warmer now, right? We started with some joints. Now we're getting some muscle heat building. Release your arms. We're coming into a squat hold and a reach. We want to come into a squat and we're going to reach from side to side. You can kind of take your elbow inside of your thigh and open. You want to come down really low. You come down even lower if your body allows you to. Otherwise, you can come up a little bit higher. You can always come up and out of the squat, reach, reach. You need to release the tension in your legs, okay? You want to warm everything up and loosen everything up, but there is no need necessarily today to let everything burn like we would like in our cardio classes yesterday, okay? So just get to the threshold that you can handle, and then if you need to come up out of it, come up out of it. All right, we're gonna hold down low, you can, in a frog squat and kind of like open up our thighs, open up our hips. So frog squat, you're here, and your toes turned out. You can shift your body weight from side to side, or you can put your elbows in your thighs. I mean, I look like a frog here, right? So it's just like what it sounds like. Elbows pushing into my thighs, opening up my inner thighs and my hips. And if it's too much, like I said, come up. You can always come here, just make sure your hands are on your thighs, not your knees, okay? So I know we've all done these kind of squats before. We're here and we're here. You can't come down as low as the ground. Feel free to stay up a little bit higher, okay? But if you can, get a nice wide stance, come down, turn out your toes, rock your hips just a little bit. If you need to come up out of it, come up out of it. Hard for me to keep my chin up and look at you while I'm doing this, but I'll try. All right. Maybe squat my butt down a little bit more. All right. Rise on up. If you're on a mat, walk to the end. We're going to walk out to a plank. And we're going to actually walk our feet to our hands. So pike up your tailbone like a down dog, walk your feet towards your hands, and then walk your feet back to plank. And then do it again. Pike up your butt, walk your feet in towards your hands, and then walk it on back to plank. Pike up, walk in. You're only walking as far forward. Let's see, I went a little further forward this time as you can go, okay? And again, you're pacing yourself, so if you want to hold plank a little bit longer, if you want to hold this fold a little bit longer as you walk your feet in, fine too. Walk your feet all the way in, roll yourself up, and let's go into some balance poses, okay? We're starting off first with our left leg on the ground. Our right leg is going to come open, drop the knee, and then back down, okay? So we lift, open, drop, and down, okay? And here, and here. All right, we'll alternate sides. Actually, let's go 30 seconds on one side, 30 on another. So open, lower, down. Lift, open, knee, lower. So up, out, drop the knee, lower. 10 more seconds on this side, and then we'll switch and we'll do the other side. So I'm just using my hand to kind of, you know, emphasize what I'm doing with my leg. Go ahead and switch sides. Obviously, you can use your hand if you need to, otherwise just move with the leg. You can take a balanced pose with your arms if you're losing balance. If you are absolutely unable to hold balance, certainly you can hold on to a chair or a couch, but try to work on your own balance and hip mobility here, okay? Your range of motion with your hip, your movability of your hip, okay? All right, headed into our balance. So left leg on the ground, right knee's gonna come up. We're gonna balance and then extend. And last time, I'm pretty sure we worked with our arms and we chose kind of which arms we wanted up and reaching. So find which arm works best for you. So if you come here to here and like it, so same arm, same leg, or if you like opposite arm, I liked it better the first time I was doing it. All right, I think we're here, opposite. Find your balance. Anyways, play around with your arms, that's all I'm saying. Or, you know, if you need to start with your hands and your hips, that's fine too. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. Remember I talked about how we're not necessarily into the burning. That's okay on this. We want our muscles to warm up. Really, that burning sensation, if you're feeling it, is your stabilizing muscles, which is what we want to work right now. So, it's a good thing. Find a focal point. You need to, as you extend and reach. I just want you to think about long lines right now, long extensions. Understanding foot, if you're struggling to balance, try pushing all 5 toes into the ground. Emphasis on the big toe. Push your big toe in the ground. Okay? What happens when you push your heel into the ground along with all 5 toes? Does that help? Core is tight. That's so important too. Ooh, both feet on the ground. All right, line balance. We have 30 seconds on each side. Left leg on the ground. Try to pick up one leg and just balance. And now close your eyes or cover your eyes. Take away your eyesight for 16 more seconds. What happens? You need to put your toe down. You find your balance. Are you shaking a lot? That's okay. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Open your eyes first. Switch sides. Find your balance. And then when you're ready, close your eyes or cover your eyes. Definitely pay attention to your toes, your ankle, your core. Are your shoulders lifted but out of your ears? Are you nice and tall through your spine? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I did that blindly with you. I only took a peek at the time real quick. All right, next up, we're coming down into a nice low squat. So kind of like when we did our frog squat, except this time, we're not gonna have our toes turned out. We're gonna try to drop down low like a chair squat, and then lift your heels. So when I say like a frog squat, I mean I want us down low, your butt's down low, okay? So again, push your big toe into the ground, heels are lifted. If you can, you might wobble through this a little bit. I want you to pull your shoulders back, chest up, chin up, okay? If you need to lower your heels and come out of it, go ahead, and then do it again. Butt's way, way down. I'm trying to get it down real far. Lift the heels. Arms up overhead or here is fine too. We've got 10 more seconds. Stay with me. Now you feel your toes on the ground, right? Have to. 4, 3, 2, rise up out of it. So if you would like a yoga block, you can use it here. If you don't, that's fine too. Let's take our right leg forward, left leg's gonna come back. We're gonna come to a twisted low lunge. So you can see how you can manipulate a block for this. You have options here, here, or all the way to the ground, okay? Back heel is pulling towards the back wall. I'm gonna breathe a little heavy now. All right, go ahead and turn your hands, drop your back heel, straighten your front leg, and we're gonna come into a triangle. So arms are stacked, legs are straight, feet are perpendicular, straight from the side angle. You're making a triangle, opening your hips, opening your chest. You can use the yoga block multiple ways, or just hold yourself here, okay? You're gonna hear a beep, hold here. Stay, stay, stay. So try to get a little bit more open up your hip, tuck your tailbone under a little bit, and open up your chest. You'll feel a bit of a difference in your hips. Like I said, if you need the block or support, use the block. Maybe that's the deciding factor in opening up your hips a little bit more. All right, bend your front knee, keep your feet perpendicular, and just rise up, warrior two. Eye gaze is beyond your fingertips. Facing you again. Feet are perpendicular, front thigh, try to get parallel to the ground. So you want to dip down, back leg wants to come out even further, shoulders out of your ears and you're reaching. Try to get your knee over your ankle, which means you might have to dip down a little bit lower. Push back, step in, let's switch sides, okay? Whew. The low lunge is first. Use the block or use the floor. Multiple ways, right? Back leg is straight and lifted. Your heel is reaching towards the back wall. So you're lengthening through your back leg. Front knee over the ankle, okay? Hand is either on the thigh or the ground. Okay, you choose. Oh, we forgot to twist it open here. Here we go. Or hand is on the thigh. All right, straighten up your front leg, drop your back foot perpendicular. So both legs are straight, you're in triangle, and you're opening up your chest. With or without your block. And just float yourself here, hold yourself here, touch the ground or your block. I don't want you to put too much weight into your block because eventually I want you to be able to get to this point where you're floating and holding your own body weight, okay? But you can use it. You need to get a little bit more extension. And if you're really tight, you can't really reach down that far today, okay? Try to lift out of your rib cage and reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. So again, not too much weight. You are using a block. Bend your front leg. Reach wall to wall. Maybe extend your back leg. Like slip it back a little bit. Heel toe back. Front knee over your ankle. Front thigh parallel to the ground. Legs, feet are perpendicular. Shoulders stacked over your hips. You're not leaning forward, you're tall through your spine. Push your front heel into the ground. Okay, push out of that, walk your way out. We're gonna do inchworm this time. We're going hands out, hands back, okay? So fold yourself forward, or if you need to bend your knees, and then walk out to plank, and then walk your hands back. You can either stay here or come all the way up, you choose, okay? Hands walk, fingertips forward, full palm into the ground. Spread your fingertips wide, okay? I want your hands like this on the ground as you're walking them out, palms to the ground. Give yourself a nice wide base to hold yourself up. to your knees, child's pose for just a second here. And then we are going to go to a tip-toe down dog to crouch. So I don't know if you remember this one, but we did it last week, okay? So come to a down dog. Get up on your tiptoes, come back to neutral, crouch back. Neutral, tiptoes, neutral, crouch back. If you need to open up your feet a little bit wider, that's fine too. So up to your tippy toes, neutral, crouch. You are rolling through your ankle joint, dropping your sit bones towards your heels on the crouch. Down dog, tiptoe, down dog, crouch. Down dog, tippy toes, down dog, crouch. That actually feels really good through the ankle joints today. And stretching out my calves as well. All right, come down to child's pose. We're gonna sink back into child. And then round out your spine, come forward into cobra. Cobra is on your knees and our shoulders are out of our ears and we're lengthening our midsection. And when you're ready, tailbone up, round out your spine, push back to child's pose. And then when you're ready, come back to cobra, okay? So you're going child's pose to cobra, holding one pose longer if you'd like, or you're flowing through. Child's pose, cobra. We used to do this in Pio. We called it Piobra. Because it's quirky like that, right? So you can hold your child's pose, you can hold your cobra, you choose. Just make sure when you're in cobra, your shoulders are down and away from your ears. Coming to all fours, we're going to cat-cow. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. If you need something under your knees, please put it there. Or even your hands, round out your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, hollow out your armpits. Release, chin up, tailbone up. Flow through this at your own pace. Keep breathing. This is where we take everything that we did, working on mobility to start, stability and balance, which is where we got a little warmer in our body. Now we stretch all of these warm muscles out. The nice cat-cow, round out your spine. You can come back to this anytime that you want. So even if you want to just play, each section is really 10 minutes. If you want to even just play one section, go ahead and sit back on your heels. You can do that, okay? So if you want to come back to it before bedtime, if you're like, I really like these stretches, and come back and just do the ending part. If you want to do this whole thing again, you're welcome to do it anytime you want. We're going to thread the needle in a child's pose here. So go ahead and reach through your armpit as if you're reaching for a remote. Then when you're ready, switch sides. And if you want to, you can continue to switch sides or you can hold one position, okay? Otherwise, count out maybe 5 to 10 seconds. And then switch. You know, when you count 5 to 10 seconds, it's a little bit faster than what the actual clock is. This feels really great through the upper part of our torso and your back, your shoulders. I really like this one. We're going to walk to an angled child's pose. So let's walk our hands to the right. Your left arm is going to reach further, and then you're going to sink back towards your heels. So your arms are at an angle, so your bottom comes straight back. We're just going to hold this one here for 30 seconds, and I'll tell you when to switch. This feels so good. This is where I'm really tight. Now walk your hand center and then move to the other side. So then your right arm reaches really far forward. You can even take your other hand closer to your armpit if you want, or you can leave it out there. Take your bottom back towards your heels. So you should feel a stretch all the way through your tricep, your lats, down to your obliques and your hips. Woo! All that core work yesterday really got to me in a good way. Are you feeling anything today? And it's okay if you are saying no, that's all right. Okay, we're gonna lay down on our back. Hold on a second. Kneel, shin, chest, open, thumbs up. Oh, I know what this one is. Okay, if you can come to a kneeling position, come to a kneeling position. If you want to, you can put your yoga block there to kind of give you some support underneath your butt. Okay, so I come back to kneeling. Thumbs up, thumbs down, reach, chest open. Release, come up with your thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down. There we go. That's what I want you to do. We're not quite done in this position yet. I thought we were coming to our backs. Okay. So this is all about your shoulders and chest right now. Roll your shoulders down and back, open up your chest. Reach, rotation in your hand and your shoulder joints here, okay? All right. Big, big, big reach back, release that block if you were using it. Come to hip flexor. Let's take our right leg forward, left leg back. We're rocking forward and back, hip flexor stretch. If you want to just hold. And then we'll come down into a pigeon. So when you're ready, this front leg can come down, back leg straightens up, and we're in pigeon. You can stay up high or come down low. Back leg straight, flat foot on the ground, so the top of your foot is on the ground, your toes are on the ground. On the beep, we're going to drop our bottom down for a mermaid. There it is, there's the beep. Drop your hip, bend your back leg, take your front hand behind you, and we're going to reach. You can take your palm to the ceiling, get a nice extension here. You can either hold, actually let's hold. If you need to though, come down, okay? And then come back up again. If you can, try to hold, lift your hips, tuck your butt under. Now lower your butt, swing your back leg forward, hamstring stretch. If you need to straighten out this leg, straighten it out so you can concentrate on this straight leg. You're going to switch legs and do the same exact thing. We can even out both sides today. So let's take our left leg forward and our right leg on the ground again. If you need to put something under your knee, put something under your knee. You can rock forward and back. Make sure you're balanced. If you want to hold, open your hip flexor, or even take your arms up overhead, you can. And here you can, oh yeah. Find a spot and a stretch that's working for you right now. Our front leg is going to come down into pigeon. When you're ready, our back leg is going to straighten. You take yourself all the way down or hold yourself up. How we doing? Good? Feels really great. I have to remember this. I don't know, all of them are pretty good, but this was a good one for whatever we did yesterday. This worked really well to pair with that shift class. Tomorrow we're lifting. You're going to need dumbbells for tomorrow. A variety of weights for tomorrow. Drop your butt, come into mermaid, so your front arm is going to come back. Reach up. Palm can come up to the ceiling. Oh, tip. Try it again. Tilt your tailbone under, tuck your tailbone under, lift your hips upwards. You need to come out of it, and then reach again. So tomorrow's lift class, it's called unilateral. Unilateral meaning one-sided. We're going to do one side exercises and then the other side, which is always really great because you find imbalances, and that's always good to correct or to try to even out from your left and right side, front and back. And then go ahead and drop your butt, swing your back leg around, hamstring stretch. I also like it because it helps you to work your core, stabilize through your center. when you're just using one side of your body versus the other. So that counterbalance that I talk about a lot with you. So make sure you show up for that tomorrow. It will be about 35 minutes, I think, of a class, so slightly longer. Okay, make it through. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you so much for doing mind class today. It was great. Hope you feel great too. Let's just do one more stretch. This is my bonus stretch, both legs, both hamstrings. Let's stretch it on out. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. Remember, you can do this anytime. And I'll see you back here tomorrow, okay? Whew, take a nice deep breath here at the end. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Drink some water. Bye, guys.